Black love is something that needs to be really highlighted because it's not highlighted enough. You know, obviously you see black people when they have, you know, struggles and, you know, what the hardships they're going to, so you don't really get to kind of see genuine black love between people.
We're in love and we're black, and
Right.
we know a lot of people like us that are in love and they're black.
Yep.
But we don't see ourselves anywhere when it comes to black love appreciation. So we wanted to create a show where we just highlight and appreciate black love in all of its forms. Really not all of its forms, but its alternative form or its LGBTQIA plus form.
We have a cooking company, a catering company called Love Bug Eats.
Yes.
And we cook. That was one of the things that when we started dating,
Yeah.
and I really didn't cook anymore for dudes because people were so ungrateful of my skills. And I had done put it down in the kitchen before, and people would have just pay it and be like, oh yeah, he cooked or whatever.
Me, I'm fat.
Baby,
So,
I had cooked, and I had cooked down for you that one time, and he
did.
ate it all
clear the plate.
and wanted more. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start cooking for you.
And I didn't look like this when we started.
Yeah, he was
this off.
real skinny.
Real skinny.
He was little. You was little. You was skinny. Daddy is thick now. All this came from me. Seriously. I did that. Cause baby, you was little.
We've been eating ever since.
We've been eating, and all this has came from that eat. So now that goes to, now we like to cook together.
We do, with love. I always wanted to be a chef,
And I didn't know that.
and he didn't know that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, we about to do this. We about to.
So we started cooking, and we started cooking for our friends first.
Yep.
And then people just started coming over and eating, and everybody wanted to come over and eat every Sunday. And then my bank account started getting low because I'm like, girl, I can't be cooking for everybody every week. I got to make a coin. So it was like, let's cook and sell it.
There you go.
So the people bought it.
We
And
had a taste
cooked.
testing.
We had a
first.
taste testing first. The people came, and they
Yep.
came and ate, and they was like, yes, I would buy this.
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah.
Great portion.
Good portions. And we started cooking. And we started selling, and it sells really good. And we do like pop-ups. The
Every
goal
now-
is,
yeah.
originally we wanted to do like a food truck.
Yeah.
A food truck would be cute.
But I think we're a little bit.
I don't want to do a food truck.
We don't want to do a food truck anymore. We
I
want
would
like a
rather-
cafe.
yeah.
A cafe.
A cafe would be cute.
Yeah. So
20
We're
seats at the
working.
most.
yeah, we're working towards that, and God willing, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
If we had a cafe, and then in the morning time it would be like a coffee shop.
Yeah. We're getting ready to launch our YouTube channel soon, so that'll be good. You'll be able to watch us.
Watch us cook,
Yeah.
get our recipes, get the
Yeah.
cookbook, and all the good stuff that we cook. Like we cook soul food, comfort food, with a twist.
And it's good.
It's really good.
We don't have a business together. However,
Yeah.
I do feel like we are building something very powerful, honestly. We kind of have some of the same similarities when it comes to, well, we have some of the anyway, when it comes to like production and filming, and I think there's somewhere along the lines where we can combine that. So,
Especially with my film production,
yes, and yeah.
So we're actually gonna launch our business that we have. We've been talking about it for some time now. So I'm actually wearing a shirt. It's Verse, and it's deep because we haven't necessarily, like, we know why we want to do it and what it stands for, and I think that a lot of it we have to put it together and sort of have just as strong as a meaning for everybody else that it has to us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely, so it'll be a art and clothing line. One of my past things that I used to do is sew, and I want to get back into sewing and kind of just expressing who I am. I love fashion. Corey is an artist, so it'll be a mixture of me doing what I like to do in fashion and putting looks together and art and just a different funky type of thing. And it's called Verse. It's a lot for us being versatile, being able to and not just we like it because it means it's a plethora of things.
It's a versatile
that it can mean, but basically it's like it's just being versatile in anything. You can be versatile in who you are as a person and in your career and your with your friends, with your skills. It's just a never ending list of things that you can
your fashion
be versed in.
Yeah.
So we want it to be for men and women and even no labels and stuff for like. You want to push the envelope. You want to do certain things. You want to look different, be different.
And if you just want to be versatile, like you can't be stagnant. You know what I'm saying? You should be versatile in the things that you're able to do, especially in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Like we're creatives, and so we will find any and every way to what I'm saying, make that happen and to make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So. And on top of it, just being versatile as individuals. You know, like having both a feminine and a masculine side to us.
Yeah.
In our fashion and our mannerisms, whatever.
Definitely.
Currently, as of today, we have a porn empire.
Right?
I wish.
Gang.
But yeah, so, outside of just like what we do to support each other, we're just getting Lacie and Freshie Productions off the ground and putting out more Lacie and Freshie content, which is like
a lot.
Production. So yeah, we do, I guess, movies,
Weddings,
shows, podcasts.
Yeah. Contracts.
What?
If you need a contract, hell, Lace.
Right. This is not us thing.
We don't really have a business together. He has a business, and I work with his business. I have my own stuff that I'm trying to venture into. I'm still trying to finish off school and work on my life. But he definitely has a company, and I definitely want to be. Because of who he is, it's hard to be a part of his life without being a part of the company, and I understand that about him. And obviously he's more than just the company. It's more he is more than just the company, but it plays a big role in our life, and it plays a big role in our relationship because that's how we met. And I was auditioning to be in the company, what I'm saying? I got here, and then, when I got to where I was, when we got to that level in our relationship where I was like, hey, I want to be a part of this. I really want to, I believe in your dream, but also, I want to be there for you. I know that the best way to be there for you is to be a part of your dream too. So, yeah.
We both have clothing lines. We are just like very, very supportive of each
we
other.
work on each other's projects. Together, but
it's.
I told her I don't want to work with her because the first wrong move she do in finances is something we're gonna break up. So I told her we need to keep it like this. I would definitely support her.
I support everything she does. I promote all of her stuff.
Absolutely, vice versa.
She does the same thing,
and that's good.
With the comedy, I pretty much let her. Do whatever. I'm in the background. If somebody does something retarded, I'm on it. Like when she's on show, my focus is different.
She's my security.
Than it is when we're just out. I mean, because I believe if I know what she likes and if they're not doing it, then I have to somehow, like, they don't do the music right or something.
I'm super particular about that and my name and all that. So
and stuff like that. I try to make sure. I didn't know the importance of it in the beginning.
Till I went off that one day. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
I would say the hardest thing about starting up is finances.
Yeah, it can be the financial aspect of it. But honestly, it could also be motivating each other, keeping each other on track. I think that could also be a very tough thing because, yeah, we do have a lot of similarities in the direction that we want to go with in our life. But there's a lot of distractions that may keep us away from reaching our path. So making sure that we stay motivated, making sure that we stay on top of what we need to do. If we have a to-do list, mark everything off on a daily basis just so we can make sure we reach that end goal. So I think that's probably one of the toughest things.
It wasn't really well. It wasn't really. Things just be happening like so kind of smoothly, like with that.
Yeah.
The way it came about, like it almost came about on accident, and we went with it, and we was just like, damn, like we could do this, we could do that, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger in our thoughts, and now we're actually putting it together, and like in February, we'll be in a fashion show.
Launching it for the first time.
Yeah. And it's just a matter of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just getting out there and doing it, like, and holding each other accountable to what we say we're going to do and what we want to do, and making those moves to do so. Like, we just bought a whole bunch of fabric and paint and sketched out ideas and everything, and made a deadline, and and I don't really feel like it's nothing too hard about it. It's like not, just doing it.
Like I said, it's a good combination of me and like my skills and Corey's skills, and so it's already like what we do, what we already know how to do, what we know how to produce, what we've done before. And so it's just like a matter of like, yo, I'm gonna take this part of it, you take this part of it, and let's just get it done. And I think like we both go getters in that sense when we have our mind set on something, and it gets done.
It happens.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
The hardest part about starting up for me, again, we both had our individual experiences on our own separate sets, is trying to work on the same set but not bringing in your individual experiences to that set, and just not in the experiences but mindsets. And it's more so on my end. Like, I'm used to running the show, things happening the way I wanted to happen, things shot the way I wanted to shot, things directed, like everything just moving the way I wanted to move, because that's all that I've done. I've never worked on a project with a partner or anything like that. It's just been me. So it was hard, and it still is kind of hard for me to be on set with somebody that's kind of done the same thing but worked with a partner and may or may not have had good communication with that person or what have you. And then I didn't give her the same respect that I would give her as my regular partner in everyday life. And it was just I default in discomfort and unorganization, and when things are just all out of whack, my comfort is what I know. And so I end up taking over the set, because I'm just like, we spent money on this Airbnb, nothing's happening right now, I need this shit to change, I need some shit to happen, and I just took control and I didn't care about anything else, but we need to shoot these goddamn scenes, period. I don't care. But it's not just my shit, and I should have went to her and talked to her about how I felt, and things like that. But the first movie that we shot was our first time working together. It probably shouldn't have been our first project that we tried to work on together. We went all into it with good intentions. We both felt good about it, and it didn't happen the way that we expected it to. And I definitely take responsibility for that, because it was definitely my fault for why we didn't communicate the way that we should have in order to get that done the way that we should have.
Yeah, and I'm still like, I seem more aggressive than her, but I'm so non-confrontational that it's like I will step aside and let someone else kind of run the show. And I tried to do that, like on our individual, set. It was just like, you know what? I'm going to chill with y'all over here because she got this. Or I'm not even going to go, to set right now. I'm going to just, what are we doing? What are we doing up here? And chill with the actors or, whatever. Because I peeped kind of early on that she was going to try to take more control. I think the problem with that kind of thing is you do end up feeling some type of way. Because you spend so much time planning and writing and creating, and then it's like you are like, you're not a factor. So I think one of our problems early on with working together on sets definitely was communication, and for me it was I was faced with something that I never faced before, and that was like jealousy on set, because my partner communicated more with someone else on my set than with me, because she was communicating more with someone else than she was with me on my own project. And I was perfectly fine with like giving her the reins. If this is the thing that you need to do, where you kind of do your thing, I didn't mind that at all. It wasn't until she was communicating with other people that aren't me about what we have going on, that for me was like, do I need to assert myself more on my own shit? Like, you guys don't know what's happening, and they wouldn't, I guess, because of how I kind of took like such a huge step back.
Oh, child. We have been through the storm. Everything that I have feared about us being in a relationship and having to work or whatever, and people knowing about a relationship or knowing how it started, we have been through. There's a lot of friendships or things, people that
a lot of outside people looking at
was friends that have been, relationships that have gone, that have had to end, because I had to get to a point where I had to choose my relationship over certain people or certain situations, because everybody has an opinion. I had to learn that there are generations and there are phases, and there's expiration dates for people. And so the great thing I like where we are now is that the people that we work for now, they're relatively, not new, like people have been working for a couple of years, but they're new to the point to where a lot of that stuff that we had to deal with, a lot of that jealousy, a lot of people were jealous of him. And it got to a point, and it wasn't really jealous of him, it was jealous of his position. Because it's like, at the end of the day, if you ask me, I'm thinking nobody wants this position. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Nobody but you wants this position. But then in actuality, it's not even that they want me. They just want this seat. They want, you know what I'm saying, what they think is the benefit of being in this seat. But truthfully, most of them couldn't even handle what it would take to be in this position, in this seat. And it's because they couldn't handle it because of all the eyes and all the spectators and all the thoughts of what people think and what they want to say and what they want to put on you and how they want to make you feel because of where you are. So I think that we've been through a lot.
Yeah. The separation, I think the hardest part is the separation between work and home. Sometimes that boss mentality tries to come on over to the house, and it don't work like that. When we on set or when we filming or stuff like that, I definitely let him take the lead, because that's his role, so, but when we come home, it definitely switches up, and sometimes it takes him a minute to kind of get off of that boss role, what I'm saying? I told him the other day that, if you die, they're gonna bury your cell phone with you, because he's consistently on his cell phone. He doesn't know how to get off of it, and so I have to, to kind of, tell him, hey, put the phone down, so give me my time, this is my time, we're not working no more, this is my time, I want that affection, so sometimes at the beginning of the relationship, I'm not gonna lie, it's still an issue, it's still a working issue, but I think we've gotten to a point to where we definitely understand each other, and we definitely understand that separation, so.
Really, so far, the only thing that we bump heads about is looks.
Because we got two totally different styles.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like similar, but like
I'm a little more feminine. I'm a little more feminine with the way I dress or what I consider like certain things. Corey is definitely more masculine with certain things. Right. So it's certain things that she won't do or try or anything. I'm like, that's fashion, that's cute.
I like girl clothes to look at them.
Yeah, but not to you wouldn't wear certain things. So we bump heads on like.
What I'm saying is I can put girl clothes together.
No, I totally.
You know, so we disagree on looks.
Right.
We disagree on what goes with what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm a little more wild too. So I'll push the envelope on certain things. Like, no, that looks good with this, that. And Corey's more like laid back and tone. Like she likes a certain type of tone, she's real pro-black, so she's all off into the tans and the browns and the blacks and reds and
she's
warm colors.
The lime and the highlighter.
Pop that shit off. Let's put this army fatigue with these lime green. You like that?
That should be
looking
good. That should be looking good.
So some stuff we can agree on, and then sometimes I think that we kind of just let each other have it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's
maybe
cool.
Just bumping heads on ideas sometimes.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
I'm scared.
Complications of being in a business together is more about being able to separate business from relationship.
Yeah.
I can't always do that. Like, because she tells me all the time, like, I see you work with other people. I see you be so upfront with other people and so straightforward, to the point, talk about your feelings, your emotions, or what have you, your viewpoint with other people, but you don't do the same with me. And I'm like, because I don't go home with them. I can have an argument with somebody that I work with and just be like, you know what, fuck it, I don't want to work with you no more. Or not. We actually resolve the issue. That's it. I don't go home to them. I don't talk to them after the fact. We work together the next time, or we don't. That's it. That's all I got to see. I can't have the same conversation with my partner, because if we have the same conversations to that caliber or what have you, it's just kind of like, I still got to go home. I could be upset with you business-wise, but I'm afraid that business is going to then turn to you not wanting to hold me at night or cuddle with me at night or kiss me goodnight or what have you, because you're upset about something on business. So I have a very hard time with separating the two. I'm pretty sure I told you that up front. Like, I have a hard time. If there's an issue on set that you have with me, I need to know what that issue is. We need to squash it out. I need to move on from it. Period. I can't just be like, damn, she has an issue with me, either work-wise or personal-wise, and I'm going to have to just wait later and to figure out what the fuck that is.
But you'll do.
I do what?
But you do have to wait, because you can't always have personal problems.
Yeah. So, again, one of the complications that I have is separating the two, because I feel like they both mush in together.
If a couple is going to go into any kind of endeavor together, they want to work together, be entrepreneurs together, do whatever, whatever, have a business together, I think you do have to know, like me disagreeing with you as your business partner does not mean that I'm not still your loving relationship partner, because I am. And me being upset with you because we have a relationship issue doesn't mean I can't walk into a business meeting and sell that shit with you. You know what I mean? And I think she's right. Like, you do have to figure out that. I don't think that every time you have an issue, right at that moment is when you need to fix it. I do think mental note that problem, put it in the back of your mind, and then later on when you have the time to address it, if it's not going to affect what's happening right there in the moment, then when you have the time, then talk about it. Bring it up, converse about it, work on it. But I don't think that, like, for me, working on set with you, if I'm upset with you as a partner, I'm never thinking, oh my gosh, if I don't bring this up to her right now, we're not going to be perfectly fine as a couple. I never think that. I, like, at all, because I'm able to separate the two.
Yeah, so like I said, that's something that I struggle with. But on set, it's just kind of like, if I know that you're upset about something, if it's something that I'm doing in the moment, and I look at you and I'm like, damn, she's probably upset with me about something. You don't tell me what that something is. Whatever I'm doing is probably still going to prolong for the rest of the day. It's just kind of like, we could have easily taken 5 minutes to step outside, have a quick conversation. All right, babe, tell me what's wrong. and so that it doesn't happen for the rest of the day. I feel like sometimes it is okay to step outside for 5 minutes to have a conversation, at least say, I feel like your crew is not listening to me. I feel like your crew, because again, I didn't know about this until that night, and she vocally told me what the issue was, but it was too late to fix it. Had I known in the moment, or 3 hours into you realizing that this was the situation, I could have nipped it in the butt at that moment. And so it's just kind of hard sometimes to not know what that issue is. So yeah, I have a hard time separating personal from business, because that night you were upset. And I'm just like, you were upset business-wise, but it's still affected with us laying together. Like, it's hard. So sometimes I feel like if it's something that could probably be resolved, it's okay to take a 5-minute break and talk producer-wise and have a conversation about what the actual problem is. It's so that I'm not sitting here fucking up the rest of the day. And it was my fault for why this happened, but I didn't realize it until it was too late to change it.
We haven't really. I know for Anthony's business, as far as makeup, I really want to help him go further and just really get out there and, do makeup every day like you desire to do. Yeah. And just trying to encourage him to get there. So he has his own personal business, but we have the cooking together. But his business is phenomenal, and he's just amazing, and he's doing a great job. And, if you really want to be transformed and looking good and face beat, this is the guy.
You so stupid. I can't.
Just watching that shit grow and come to, and seeing the other person in their element.
I love it. I love watching her paint. I love seeing her like sketch or do anything like that she's passionate about. So I think that's in a sense, because of what we're doing, it pushes both of us to do what we love to do, and and to hone in on our talents and produce from it. And I think that's something we've both been trying to figure out and trying to like make happen. And I think that this is the right time and the right type of collaboration for that to work out that way.
Well, we get to kiss while we cook.
Yeah, we get to kiss while we cook.
And I get to be with my friend.
Yeah.
It's not like being at a regular job, like having coworkers.
Right.
And we get to talk about everything.
Yeah.
We listen to music while we cook.
We definitely listen to
music. We talk
music.
about stuff while we cook. We do other stuff while we cook. That are not legal.
Yeah, but
it's fun. It's a good time.
It's a good time.
Even though we're working, we still have a good time when we're cooking together. It's a good moment. It brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
About my mom when we cook. It's good. It's fun.
I enjoy it.
Seeing it grow, and I love to see. First, my excitement is that she's actually stepping out, because she would have never taken this leap for herself. So the benefit for me is to see her reach her full potential, B, the growth, and C, to just see her entrepreneurial side. That's awesome to me.
Well, one of the benefits of working together is you definitely spend more time with your partner. You spend more time talking about everything. Like, if you run out of things, which is kind of impossible with you, but when you run out of things to talk about, just regular everyday stuff, it does give you other things to talk about, spend time with your partner, actually go to, a lunch date, sit at a coffee shop, have a conversation. Like, you spend more time with your partner, you travel, you do and share different experiences working with your partner, for sure.
I think a benefit of working with your partner is you don't gotta go nowhere. Like, you can wake up and have a business meeting. You don't have to call somebody or wait till, they have time, or, meet up in a whatever location that works for both of you guys because you're there.
Yeah, how about the shower, or be in the shower and be like, hey, babe, come here.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, all the money that you make comes into your household.
Yeah, for sure. And you get to build something with somebody that you're with.
Yeah.
I think right now the biggest one is we just made a movie together, and it was a whole movie, a whole Christmas special, and that's one of the biggest ones because it was actually one of his first acting roles. Yeah, wasn't it?
It was my first.
It was his first acting role. And
well, I did a project with a director named Freshie, and I think that was one of my first on-camera acting roles. But this was my first lead character, the whole movie.
And we did it together, and I think that, you know, we talked about being on camera together, having a show together and stuff like that, but you know, actually going to do it is really a kind of a good moment for us. So
yeah, I think I agree. I think that was a proud moment. I think another significant proud moment was when him releasing his EP. Because I started a record label. You know what I'm saying? And he dropped the project, so I think that was a proud moment.
And we did that together. Exactly.
My proudest professional moment would be actually seeing my logo put together. I have been trying for so many years. I saw the concept in my head, and I didn't know where to go, how to do it, what steps to take. I asked someone previously to help me and it was like, why you want to do that? That's stupid. And because it was given to me in such a way, I was like, I have to get this out. Like, this is going to kill me if I don't. Like, I really want to birth this. And when I first told her, she was like, okay. And I was like,
let's do it.
And then she called the printing company and was like, okay, so we got to go up here and meet. And I'm like, wait, whoa, when did you put? And to finally see it come to pass, it was like, wow, what I've really been dreaming about really came true. And she helped me.
Moment. My proudest professional moment was probably last year launching my LLC for my entertainment company. Finally being able to write the checks in my stage name, and that was probably definitely one of the biggest highlights for me because it says something more than just this is my name I'm going by. I'm a whole business now, so that was dope.
We haven't had any yet.
Not
like
yet.
I said,
We're
starting. We're working on it. So
our proudest moment is gonna be when we accomplish that.
Yeah,
because we can sketch and we can do that, but we got to make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that, like, as far as it even like going through the process of it, because we're getting ready for a show, and so we gotta have 5 different looks, and we gotta have even going to buy the fabrics and sketching out what we want it to look like, and going over and discussing it.
It's not enough.
It's not, but it's still a proud moment though.
It's a proud
because you know it's happening.
Exactly,
you know
and you got to keep that energy going. But at the same time, execution is everything.
She's an Army girl, so.
Oh, wow. You say that at that fucking moment. That's so stupid.
It's not enough. Yes, sir. Dean Kane, sir.
Dean Kane, sir. Shut your ass up.
Yeah.
Nah, but for real, we got to get it done.
I feel you.
And we will get it done.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So, that I am proud that we made it far enough to get those thoughts down and discuss them and being able to speak with each other professionally.
Yeah.
And the next step is just to, get her done.
Get it done.
I think one of my proudest professional moments was the first script that we wrote together. We were so excited about this movie script. Like, we collectively worked on it together. We came up with the outline together. We casted together. We filmed, booked a weekend together. We filmed that weekend. The project didn't happen the way that it was supposed to happen. However, in the moment, like, that's one of the proudest moments that we've had together, that I've had with you, just because, like, this is the first thing that we have that's ours.
Yeah.
And it's just, it was so fun. Like, it was so fun. And then the actual moment that happened was this show. It's just like New Black Love. She came up with an idea. She came up with the questions. I added in a couple of my own, and it's just kind of like, let's find the people, let's execute, let's produce, and now we got a whole show. So definitely this is the actual proudest moment that actually happened that we, for me, that we're sharing together.
She took both of our moments. So what she said.
I'm sorry.
Make sure it's something that you both enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. You both have to enjoy it.
You have to be able to enjoy it equally.
Yeah.
Not making one person work harder than the next person. You know.
A lot of people think that he just cooks, but I actually cook too.
Yeah, it's really both of us.
It's both of us cooking.
Like, we have Facebook pages and Instagram pages. He posts sometimes, I post sometimes. Just go back and forth. You know, being able to take turns and be able to take on the workload.
Yeah.
It's important. And you saying both of you all do it, and Kwee doing more than woo woo, then that's not a joint business.
It's gotta be together.
It's gotta be equal.
Yeah.
My biggest advice is make sure you can get that separation. You know, make sure you make time for work and make sure you make time for the relationship. You have to have a clear separation of what work is and what is for the relationship. Because if you don't, everything get confusing, everything get jumbled up, and that can make things a lot harder.
And you have to be clear to I think state your expectations.
Exactly.
I think a lot of times, even in our relationships, when we go into business with people or we do things with people, we have these expectations in our head, but we never communicate them to everybody else involved. And then when something happens, we get mad, and it's like, well, I didn't know this or I didn't know that or whatever. So I think it's very clear to communicate and have those expectations. You know, and then, you know, it needs to be something that you guys both enjoy, because you don't want a situation to where you feel like a prisoner.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it has to be something that you both enjoy and you both kind of have a passion in it. And you have to, no matter where you are, don't drag somebody into something because you just want them to be a part of it. Because if they don't have the passion for it, then it will frustrate you.
It'll show.
And it'll also put a strain on the relationship, because it's like, oh, if this is what I love and you don't love it, or you don't put this energy into it, then you don't love me. But that's not what it is. Yeah. It's just you have to understand the boundaries of it, and you have to understand what the expectations are for each other. Make those clear, and, you know, make sure you have fun. You know, and then prioritize, because I think ultimately, no matter what, your relationship has to come first, in the sense of you guys working together. Relationship has to come first, because more importantly, if the relationship whatever came first has to kind of come first until the relationship becomes more important. If that makes sense. So if you started out working as business or whatever, then business has to come first. It has to be on the forefront. But if you make
get to that
point in the relationship to where you know this is where you want to be, your relationship is always going to be priority. Yeah. No matter what, you know, in a certain sense. In a sense to where it's like, okay, what we have, what we're doing together, what we're working on together, the priority for us together is the relationship.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you just got to know what you want. You gotta know what you want.
Be sure. Be very, very sure. And having done this previously, make sure that if all else fails and you don't work, y'all can still handle the business at hand. I would strongly, strongly stress that, because I was working in business with my ex, and I lost a lot of music, a lot of footage, a lot of things that I can't get back. And it's imperative that both parties know that no matter how the relationship turns out, you guys can still be professional. And it's hard. I'm really good at being able to separate the two, but a lot of people can't. So I would definitely say be sure, have paperwork, and just be mature enough to know that things may not work out the way you see it, but still be able to move forward. So that would be the best advice I could give with that.
Keep business and personal. Like,
Facts.
we'll discuss our businesses, but it's stuff that she wants for her business in ways that she sees it. And there's stuff that I see and I want to do for mine. And we respect each other.
Yeah.
If it's something that I don't understand about hers because it's hers and I know that that's what she sees, I can't give her what I want her to do with hers that I do with mine. So it's a respect
Be respectful,
thing.
absolutely.
Just be respectful. And if it's something like she works with people, if I don't particularly care for them, I don't let that interfere with her work. I don't take personal into the business atmosphere. Our job is our job. When we come home, you know.
And never allow your personal to spill over to your business. I want to say that too, because a lot of times people will be out on set or whatever and they'll be disagreeing about something that has nothing to do with that, and it'll spill over to your business, and everybody that's connected to that is affected. So knowing how to just put a cap on it. One time she and I was disagreeing before a show, and we were driving. I said, that's the end of this, because now I have to get my head in the game. And we stopped and we revisited it after my business was handled. So just kind of be mindful of that.
Man, just sometimes pretend that you're not even with that person and just really just be about your business, like handle business. Just like if you gotta call, somebody and pay a bill, just have some professionalism about yourself and not be distracted on, what that person is gonna think, or what, like, that person, like, how it's gonna affect the relationship or anything. Like, it's a business, and
so you gotta separate it.
You gotta separate the two.
Cause
I mean, of course, it intertwines sometimes.
Yeah, but we real life have business meetings though. Like, hey, let's sit down and talk about this. Let's discuss this. And at that moment, everything else gets put to the side. It's not like we're talking about, like we're legitimate talking like business. Like, so I think that it's just important to know how to separate it and still, it's okay. It's not like I stop loving you because we business. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, it's like, okay, all that cutesy doosey shit, like, it's cool.
But we don't even have to, like, check each other on that.
No, we don't. But I'm saying for other people though, it's important that they're able to separate.
It just gotta flow for real. Like, you might be with a person that you love to death, but you can't work with them. You have to do your own thing. But the stuff that we do, it comes naturally. So, you never want to be in a situation where you have to force something.
Right.
I think my advice, I know the advice I give couples, who talk about working together, is I always tell them date for a while. Date for as long as you can. And then once you learn each other, work together. I would never tell any couple to jump in working together. I wouldn't. I think if there's like one thing I would regret about my relationship, it was that we are who we are. So working together just became a part of our relationship super duper early on. It's cool, but like I would definitely tell people,
take time.
Be in a relationship and just be in that relationship, and then, and then work together once you know who you're dealing with, and once you know yourself and them as a unit than work together?
Really understanding how the other person communicates, how you guys communicate together, is a major portion in a relationship as well as business. If you guys can't communicate at all, it's very hard to have an effective business, have a, it's hard. So just learn how to communicate first, and that's definitely taking time, like she said, to actually date and understand each other and learn each other and being able to have that effective communication with each other. So I would definitely say that as my same portion.
I'm Christina Diamond, and
I'm Lex Money.
and we've been together 4 months going on.
12 years.
Definitely.
I'm Corey Diamond.
And I'm Nino B. And why you mad? We've been together. We've been dating for over a year and a half. We've probably been together for about 4 days or something. What you
like
think?
a week or so, yeah.
I'm bad at shit.
Well, I'm Stevie D.
Henderson.
And we've been together for about 2 years now. Actually 2.5.
2.5.
2.5 years.
Well, my name is SJ.
And I'm Dewey, and we've been together for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Freshie.
Wait, you sound exactly like you're doing a YouTube thing.
I know. Well, I'm Freshie.
And I'm Lacie, and we've been together for a year today.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
My name is Lizzie. Her name is Tilla. And we've been together for 6 months.
Hi, my name is Joseph Watson.
I'm Jacquel Nicholson.
And we've been together for 3 months.
Well, I'm Hershey, aka the Hershey the Entertainer. We've been together for a year and a half. Year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Shine, and yeah, we've been together a year and a half.
I need you to get your math together.
I'm Shabazz Malcolm Ingram, and this is
Anthony Irby.
Junior.
Okay. And we've been together for a year and 8 months
today. Look at that.
And that's a wrap. Hope you guys really enjoyed season 1 of New Black Love. You made it to the finale, so we appreciate you.
Yes.
What's happening next?
So next, we are working on season 2. We got a lot of stuff in store for you guys. We're actually going to focus on finding love as singles here in Atlanta. That should be pretty interesting. What kind of details you want to give them about that?
Just keep an eye out for New Black Love Single Edition coming this summer. Thank you guys for tuning in to New Black Love Couples Edition or New Black Love the first season. We can't wait to bring you guys more.
For sure. And make sure you follow us on social media at Lacie and Freshie Productions on Instagram, and make sure that you comment below. Let us know what your favorite episode was, and let us know if you learned anything from the show so far, as well as subscribe to the channel, because the more people that see us, the better that it gets.
Get with your friends. Tell them to get with our friends, and we could all be friends and share the show. Share the love.
Thank you. Peace.